So, I'm Lisa Maxwell, board member of GrassROOTS Community Foundation, and I wanted to begin by just saying a huge thank you to the organizers for inviting us to this amazing expo. I'll start by just introducing you to the board of GrassROOTS Community Foundation. I am a board member, and as all of the board members are actually Black mothers from humble immigrant beginnings. I was born and raised in Jamaica. My mom is a nurse, my dad is a social worker, and I find that the barriers that women and girls face in their daily lives is just unfair. We're constantly negotiating to have our needs met, to earn equitable pay, and to achieve. And when we get past those insurmountable challenges and do 100 times better than our counterparts with fewer resources, we still never get what we deserve because we begin in rocky soil. So I'm really, really passionate about reimagining the beginnings of Black girls and building a pipeline of Black girl leaders who can imagine a different future and a different way of being. And that's how I came to GrassROOTS. I'm the mother of a 17-year-old who's committed and is now going to be attending NYU this fall. And Amin and I are a mother-daughter duo tackling menstrual equity together. Janice Johnson, who's on the left, is a sociologist, an educator, and too is Jamaican born and raised. She had an audacious vision when she started GrassROOTS. Her vision was to start a foundation that focuses on creating a world where all girls grow up to be healthy women. She's passionate about educating communities as a way to counter oppressive systems. And when I heard her vision and her approach, I was sold. And I've been a board member ever since. So GrassROOTS was founded in 2011, and I became a board member at its inception. Janice is the mother of Marley Dias, who is 17 years old and the founder of 1,000 Black Girl Books campaign. And she, Marley, is committed to attending Harvard University in this fall. So pretty exciting. And then finally, Mona Scott Young has been on our board since 2013. Mona is of Haitian heritage and is passionate about tackling food insecurity. She's the record holder of raising the most meals during our turkey challenge at Thanksgiving for over the past 8 years. And this program runs annually and did even during the pandemic. We've donated over 10,000 turkeys and tens of thousands of pounds of fruits and vegetables to Newark, New Jersey, Harlem, New York, Atlanta, Georgia, and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Mona is mother of Jordan Scott Young, who attends Clark Atlanta University, and Justin, who graduated Morehouse College. So about GrassROOTS, GrassROOTS Community Foundation. So community is actually our middle name. I've already talked to you about our mission of creating a world where all girls grow up to be healthy women. And we touch over 10,000 women and girls around the globe directly each year with our programming and efforts touching the lives of hundreds of thousands of people indirectly. We're volunteer run and operated, and we have no full-time employees. We always kind of joke that we pay to be here. And we do all our work through partnership with local organizations and populations and through the hire of micro entrepreneurs who are Black and or women owned and operated. All our funding is through donations from regular people, and we get small grants from a handful of companies. We stay small on purpose. And we do so that we can really dive deep into an issue. Janice describes us as the A-team. And if hopefully I don't age myself, but I love the A-team, check it out. And our approach, we really take a three-pronged approach: educational development and training, emergency support, and policy action. So I'll start first with educational development and training. And you will hear me talk a bit more about Super Camp in a couple of slides. But first off, we offer free public education courses, taught by doctoral and master's level scholars. In June, in fact, we will be completing our third iteration of our quantitative public health data literacy training with New York University School of Public Health. Let me correct that. New York University School of Global Public Health. And we will also be offering a third installment of our Civics in Color course, which teaches the public about the structures and operation of the local, state, and federal government. In terms of emergency support, we respond to the immediate needs of our community members in the areas of menstrual equity and food insecurity. We've provided thousands of dollars of menstruation for menstrual equity to youth in New Jersey, throughout Jamaica, throughout the West Indies, and in Ghana. And we work in collaboration with organizations, including the Black Rose Foundation, Uzima Dance Fitness, we've been able to work together to supply 1,000 meals to families in Philadelphia, New Jersey, and Atlanta during the holidays. Then finally, on policy action, though we're not a policy organization, we work with advocacy organizations to advance policies that improve the health and well-being of women and girls. More specifically, we endorse legislation that aims to assure menstrual equity in schools. No child should have to choose between their period and their education. It's just not right. So on Super Camp, our flagship program is Super Camp, and it's Super Camp Supergirl Society. It's a leadership program for Black girls that focuses on the first institution we all start with as humans, the family. Since its inception, we've trained 60 girls in this intensive program. Once a girl gets to middle school, she's trained to identify a social issue that frustrates her and to lead a social action project to tackle that issue. And you'll see those pictures on the right, which really highlight some of the projects so far. Each Supergirl is trained by Black women, PhD professors, corporate leaders, and entrepreneurs, and supported by her community to drive this project. The projects help us evaluate the girl's leadership abilities in initiating ideas, galvanizing her peers, garnering community support, and then executing the project overall. So there's plenty of examples there, but I'll point to two examples that really stand out. On the top left is Marley Dias, who created the 1,000 Black Girl Books campaign, which aimed to collect 1,000 books where Black girls were the main character. When she realized all the books she was reading in school in the 5th grade, up till the 5th grade, were about white boys and their dogs. So since its inception, she has collected 13,000 books and counting. She's won international awards, including being the youngest member of Forbes 30 Under 30 list and the Smithsonian Ingenuity Award. We're super proud of Marley. The second one I'll point out is my daughter, bottom right, Amina Nekwe. She grew passionate about period poverty after learning about it from the president of her Flow Foundation, Shelly-Ann Weeks. And this understanding really opened the door to our work now on menstrual equity. And we've extended and are extending our program across 5 different territories: the United States, Ghana, Jamaica, and we're planning to also extend into Kenya, as well as India. We're in talks on those 2 countries now. Now I'll just turn it to a video that actually the Supergirls created. The girls that you will see featured in this video were the ones who produced it. And you can read more about the story of Super Camp in Parent Like It Matters: How to Raise Joyful Change-Making Girls, available in bookstores everywhere.
In class, I felt that my intelligence is judged by the color of my skin. And in the media, my race and gender is criminalized and incorrectly portrayed.
When I'm just walking to school, I feel objectified by the boys around me. When I'm trying to relax in school, I feel attacked by my peers.
These are not safe spaces. But what if we had a space that made us feel welcome? We are all together in living harmony with the principles of our ancestors. Truth, order, balance,
Reciprocity.
We have a voice. Be quiet, that's inappropriate. We're stronger. Stop it! It's not right. We're more confident.
We are the daughters of Africa.
So that video always gets me. So what you've heard today is that a lot of the programs that we are talking about actually is on poverty is underpinning the inequities that we're talking about. So from Marley's work with 1,000 Black Girl Books, which tackles literacy and access, to our work during Thanksgiving and in Haiti, centered on food insecurity, to actually an overlapping issue of menstrual inequity. And the fact that youth are missing out up to a third of their school year because of lack of access to sanitary products due to financial constraints. We really are trying to go out like the A-Team and address some of these issues head on. So I'll close out by just mentioning some ways that you can get involved in this work. On May 5th, we're actually doing Read Across Jamaica. We learned that thousands of children in Jamaica from some of the most vulnerable households are directly affected by learning loss due to COVID-19 and the pandemic. Almost 60% of students were failing math, 33% could not read, 56% could not write, 60% were exhibiting difficulty in comprehension. And we know that literacy increases the likelihood of being a healthy and productive person. So we decided to lean in and help. And what we're doing is actually partnering with Marley's 1,000 Black Girl Books campaign, the National Education Association Read Across America, and partnering with the book industry of Jamaica through its Kingston Book Festival brand under the theme Ministry of Imagination, where reading is magic. And our aim is to reach 1,400 students across the island to help support youth and learning institutions in Jamaica with literacy efforts. Please consider donating. Check us out on the website on ways how we are about $5,000 off from our $30,000 goal. The second thing that you can get involved in is our quantitative public health data literacy in partnership with NYU School of Global Public Health on June 6th through June 29th. You can register for this third iteration of the program, and it's free. We just ask for a small donation. And then finally, in an effort to drive emergency care, we actually do, for menstrual equity, we do a race in Philadelphia called Roots Rock Run 5K. And even if you can't meet us in Philly, you can do it virtually. So please go ahead and register. So I'll close out with our call to action. Check out our website, grassrootscommunityfoundation.org. Please join our mailing list on the website so you can get information about the latest and what we're doing out in the community and ways to get involved. Follow us on social media at Grassroots Found, and then register for our programs. Most immediately this May is Quantitative Public Health Data Literacy, Roots Rock Run 5K, and consider donating to support our emergency